Trag'Oul Blood Nova is probably the absolute best build for pushing currently in the game, and definitely the strongest one for Necros. Unlike Army of the Dead, this is an area focused build with insane damage in high density and almost no damage in low density. And this means that the biggest downside of this build is that you need to have a pylon for the boss, otherwise it can take an eternity to get a kill, and you will fail rifts even with half of the total time remaining for the Guardian. The build is fortunately rather simple to gear and play. You don't need to have any cooldown or resource cost reduction or recovery on your gear. You can even neglect some of the defensive stats, as the build is extremely tanky by default, especially if you are running a Guardian set, which is a great option on lower Paragons. Once you manage to obtain all the multipliers that benefit Blood Nova, you are pretty much good to go to get your 150 clear. As simple as the gameplay is, because it is more or less just holding down your Siphon Blood and damaging with your auto-procced Blood Novas, there is one big mistake that you can make during your push. You should never attempt to finish off your pull to the last mob. Due to the Blood-Tide Blade, you gain damage for each nearby enemy and you deal your maximum if you have at least 25 of them around. This is the reason that the build does almost nothing to single targets, but it melts the whole screen if the density is big enough. Based on this, we should always make sure to have enough monsters around each time our physical cycle comes and start to nuke. Use the few seconds you have between your nukes to kite the pool and aggro new monsters, while also try to target the mob with the highest HP, preferably a yellow elite with your Siphon Blood, since the funerary pick will give you an extra damage multiplier against the target you channel at. Another big mistake is not to save a pylon for the boss. The reason we need a pylon isn't mainly its effect, but the fact that we summon an elite pack by using it, which will fuel our Blood-Tide Blade and allow us to deal significantly more damage to the Guardian as well. On the other hand, the pylon should only be taken once you have managed to stack your Stricken for a few minutes, which would otherwise be a lot harder with multiple targets. You can see at the end how much I struggle with the Guardian that continuously spawns ads that soak up Stricken stacks. But anyway, this is all for this one. If you have questions, I can go over the build in more detail. You can watch the rest of the clear if you'd like. You can see how much Paragon I used right after the Guardian kill, while you can also check my gear at the very end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. See you next time.
feel the sun.
You must choose my skill.
You seem to think that my life is full of ease.
It is.
Thievery is hard work.
Priceless gems don't just leap into my pockets, you know.
You will stop stealing after a point, then?
Anything